Hi everyone. Nice to meet y'all. I'm Michelle. I'm our director of Walmart advertising here at Vendo. And I have with me Gefen, who's our VP of advertising. So I'm going to kick it over to him and let him introduce Vendo and what we do.
Thank you, Michelle. How's it going, everyone? As you mentioned, my name's Gefen. And just a brief intro for those who don't know who or what Vendo is. We're a full service e-commerce agency servicing largely Amazon and Walmart marketplaces with a whole slew of advertising capabilities across programmatic, retail media, DSP, etc. So we're super excited to dive into the questions today that Michelle and Pacvue had prepared. And Michelle, if you want to start us off, we can go through each one.
Yeah, for sure. Well, first one I want to send your way, Geffen. I want to ask, what is your biggest frustration in e-commerce right now?
Wow, that's a good question. I think that with how many things we get frustrated with on a daily basis, we could probably sit here for the next 3 hours and talk about that. But no, I would say probably my biggest frustration is data availability on the first party side and then data centralization on the third party side. What I mean by that is on the first party side, I think that a lot of the walled gardens that we play in, whether it's Amazon, Walmart, etc., don't really have they have a ton of data. You take Amazon. Amazon has a ton of data, but I think the biggest frustration for a lot of people is, okay, what am I supposed to do with 15 different types of reports, right? What am I supposed to do with, you know, a plethora of data points and search terms and hourly metrics, etc., but very few resources to actually know what to do with them. That's obviously where we come in. We spend our days going through these data points and identifying what's valuable, what's not valuable, what works, what doesn't work, and then what to do with that information, right? Because you can look at data all day, but if you're not actually gleaning actionable insights from that data, then it's not really valuable. And then on the third party side, I think Pacvue does a great job of centralizing and visualizing the data. There's always going to be a difficulty when you're advertising across, 5 different platforms and 6 different marketplaces. There's always going to be a difficulty of centralizing all of that. There's no one size fits all solution.
Yeah.
But I think, what we try and do as best as possible is centralize at the very least that reporting as much as we can so we can aggregate that data and look at a business from a very high level and say, hey, this is your return on ad spend across all of your different advertising channels. So I think that that's probably the biggest frustration for me.
Yeah, and just to piggyback off that too, from a Walmart perspective specifically, I think that's why our brand partners love us so much because we help them understand and digest that retail link information or marketplace information they're getting from Walmart and taking action items against it. Because like you said, it's a lot to digest, especially when you're new to the Walmart world and taking that and using it and using your resources wisely. So
Yep, definitely.
awesome. Well, the next one I have for you is, do you prioritize media on SKUs based on profitability?
Yeah, it's a good question. That's one of the metrics we use, right? And I think that a lot of brands also have trouble defining what exactly profitability is, right? When we talk about profitability, you can look at it basically at 3 different levels. You can look at it at a direct, what's called an ACoS level. So what's your ROAS? You spend $10, you drive 100 in ad sales. What direct marginal profitability are you driving? You can look at total ACoS, right? So you spend $10, you drive 100 in ad sales, you drive 500 in total sales.
Yeah.
How are you attributing your growth and your performance to your ad campaigns? And then you can look at something like cost per customer acquisition, which, is a timed horizon over 6, 12, 18 months that tells you how much money you're getting back per customer. And so I think the first important thing is to define profitability.
Yeah.
And then the second thing that you have to do is say, okay, which SKUs are profitable on the one hand, which SKUs align with our overall business goals, and then combine the two. So for instance, you might not be profitable on a loss leader. You might be losing money on that loss leader, but you might be gaining a lot of customers that in the long run make you profitable.
Yeah.
So it really just depends on how you're defining profitability.
Okay, well, the next one here, shifting a little bit more to kind of the client side and how we add value over time. So, from your perspective, how do you feel we maintain a long-term partnership with our clients and we continue to deliver that value over time?
Yeah. The most important thing is performance. At the end of the day, you can be a great customer service agency or client service agency. You can have a ton of reporting, you can have the best data in the world, but like I said before, if you're not gleaning informed, actionable insights from that data
Yeah.
and you're not executing it on a performance level, then eventually, if the numbers are going south, the client will leave. So we do pride ourselves on the actual performance side of things,
Yeah.
and then making sure that we're as transparent as possible with our clients, right? We view ourselves as an extension of their team.
Yeah.
So instead of us saying, "Hey, don't worry, we got this, we're going to manage this," then we become our own kind of walled garden. We say, "Hey, we're working with you guys to achieve your business goals with our area of expertise. Here's all of the chips and all the cards are on the table. Let's see if we can work together, how we can work together to grow sales largely at the end of the day." So I think that transparency is one of the biggest things that keeps our clients satisfied.
Yeah, I completely agree with you. And I think another a great thing that we do as a team too is like finding those new and innovative ways to drive sales. I know we pride ourselves on finding new strategies that clients may not have tested before, but are willing to test because we can prove out that it's going to drive sales and incremental growth. I also think access to beta programs is a big thing on the Walmart side, especially from an advertising strategy piece. Right now, Walmart is just rapidly updating and releasing new features and helping our brands get access to where it's going to help them once again grow and drive those sales
Mhm.
over time. The next one we have is going to be do you have profitability thresholds that determine how much you bid or how much advertising spend you put behind products?
Yeah. So yes and no. It's kind of is in line with the last answer I had,
Yeah.
which is it depends on the goal,
Yeah.
right? So again, if we optimize and bid and allocate budget based on how we're trending or pacing towards our preset goals, and those goals can change, right? It's really important not to have a hard dollar or hard ACoS goal saying, "Hey, before we create this campaign, it's never going to go above 40% ACoS," because the
Right.
market changes, things change, etc., and you might see yourself still seeing advantages at a 60% ACoS.
Yeah.
So that's the first point. And then, yes, I mean, at the end of the day, we do, right? We have goals across the board. Um, and if we're looking at total ACoS, let's say by SKU, then it's pretty simple. If we are egregiously over, let's say we want to push a new product, right? We have large ambitions for this product. We go very aggressive in the beginning. Let's say the market doesn't take to it. It has three-star reviews, etc.
Right.
Then we're obviously going to have a low conversion rate. We're going to have a very high ACoS. We would
Yeah.
scale back. Vice versa, we launch, we're crushing it with a product. We're doing really well. And we are overperforming, then we have some room to go into, and we would increase our bids there. So largely it just depends on how we're defining success, number one, and then which levers to pull. And I know that, Michelle, we've talked about strategy before in the past, where we can decide which levers we want to pull, whether it's going to be placement bid adjustments, whether it's going to be at the budget level for the campaign, whether it's going to be at the keyword level within the campaign for the product, whether it's pausing out products, etc. A
Yeah.
lot of different capabilities there. But to answer like the kind of overarching question, yes, we do have thresholds in there. They might be shifting goalposts, but we do.
Yeah. And I think another beauty of how our team works holistically is when you work with us, not just on Amazon and Walmart, but on other retailers, and we're managing advertising across it all, we can follow the trends too, right? Like we can adjust spend where we're finding the best profitability or where we're hitting those thresholds. So I think
Yep.
that's a nice perk of working with us in a holistic way.
Yep. Absolutely. And then Michelle, I think for the last one, we'll flip it and I'll ask you the
Okay.
question because I think that it's very relevant to your day-to-day job. So this is largely for people who use Pacvue, people who have been in the platform before. So Michelle, how do you currently leverage the power of Pacvue to improve the efficiency of commerce operations?
Yeah, love this question. I think Pacvue has allowed us to scale not only as an agency, but also just from the client perspective too. We currently use Pacvue to manage all of our Walmart and our Sam's Club search campaigns. For those who are familiar with the Walmart Ad Center, it is rapidly improving, right? But to really be efficient and to really grow at scale, you need a tool like Pacvue to help you do that. So we have additional metrics that we get it within Pacvue as well. So like our share of voice data, right? Understanding where the competition is spending, what are they doing, and how do we adjust our strategy so that we win, right? And what, sharing that information back at Walmart saying, hey, we're really crushing this keyword. Like, how does this impact what we're doing organically on site? Another feature we get in Pacvue is those cap out reports. I know a lot of our clients love these additional data points that we get that they don't have access to in the ad center. And it's just a huge value add for us as a company as well. And using those cap out reports, to let a brand know, hey, we need to push some additional dollars here. Maybe we need to back off here, and just adjusting our strategy to align with what we're seeing. Another, I would say, another good feature that Pacvue just rolled out in a beta perspective is their paid search audit feature that our team has been testing. Of course, we rely heavily on our humans, right? Our actual intelligence is what our CEO loves to say versus AI. And we use what Pacvue shows us in that page search audit to basically speed up our optimization process. So really just leveraging those tools to make us faster. And just to help kind of spearhead that optimization process. So a lot of great features in there. Pacvue also houses, a lot of data for us. And just when you're managing such a large portfolio, it really helps, once again, not just from an efficiency perspective, but also keeps our data nice and clean. We can pull company reports, specific reports that we need internally, but also, those client facing reports as well.
Yeah. I mean, Pacvue is a phenomenal tool. It really has allowed us to grow our Walmart capabilities to kind of the next level. And we work very closely with them on, as Michelle mentioned, whether they're beta programs within the platform, whether they're insights into what Walmart's doing. There's a lot of different advantages we get to work with Pacvue. So very happy that they're one of our top partners.
Yeah, absolutely.
Perfect. Well, I think that should be it.
Yeah, I think that's it from us today.
Perfect. Then, all right, everyone, thank you so much for joining. Hopefully these were some quick little nuggets and insights to take as we go into Q4, which is going to be, hopefully, as always, a whirlwind of, crazy sales and hopefully only positivity.
Yeah, for sure. And if you want to reach out, my email is just Michelle at Vendo Commerce. We also have hello at Vendo Commerce you can reach out to chat with us about Walmart, Amazon, or any of our advertising capabilities where we serve pretty much across every retailer. So please reach out if you have any questions. And thanks, everybody.